It's the year 2025, and if you did not know, it is the 40th anniversary of the company Rare. Yes, Rare, the video game company. Killer Instinct, Battletoads, RC Pro-Am. Man, the list goes on and on. These guys, they had tons of awesome games for the NES, Nintendo 64. You know, they were amazing. A lot of retro memories with these guys. And with the 40th anniversary, I don't know what all they have planned, but I do know today, as of this video going live, there's a couple pre-orders going up for a couple retro re-releases of some awesome games of theirs. The first one I'm going to quickly talk about is RC Pro-Am 2 for the NES. These are courtesy of Retrobit. And, when I first heard that RC Pro-Am 2 was being re-released through Retrobit, I was excited because all of Retrobit's re-releases are very high quality. But I started wondering, I was like, wait, is RC Pro-Am 2 like a game that's really needed to be re-released? Because I know RC Pro-Am, the first one, it's a very common title. I see it all the time when I go to retro game stores and whatnot. But then I started thinking, I don't really ever see RC Pro-Am 2. Is it a expensive game? Is it a cheap game? And I just looked on eBay right now. My God, this game is not cheap at all. I don't know where these people are coming up with these prices for this game, but yeah, it's one of those kind of getting close to being a wallet buster game. It's freaking ridiculous, but yeah, this is one where it was a later in the NES life, cycle where it released very late. So I guess there wasn't as many copies that were, produced type of thing. But in typical Retrobit fashion, this is going to be released with, a nice little package here. So it's going to be in a numbered deluxe hardcover cartridge box. And I really dig the way they do that with a little magnetic enclosure type of thing. It's in the same style, shape, and size of an original NES box. But this one, I did notice that they're doing two different variants. One for NTSC, so for the US, North America, Canada, and whatnot. And then one for the PAL region, just to make sure that these are compatible for both regions. And each version is going to be a different color. So they always have, a fancy name for the cartridge color. So Asphalt for the North American version, and then Raceway for the PAL version. You're also going to get a nice little full color manual, and then an acrylic cartridge display stand that looks pretty neat. I like these little acrylic stands because if you like putting these things on display, the little acrylic stand is nice. They've been doing this a lot lately. I dig that instead of a bunch of crazy weird little things that really have no use. They did throw in a couple stickers. I did notice that this time. Not a bunch of stickers, but a couple little holographic commemorative stickers. That's okay. That's all right. You guys know how I feel about stickers, but it's all good. So this is going up for $59.99 is the pre-order for RC Pro-Am 2. Pre-orders start today. Pre-orders close April 13th. You can pre-order this through Castlemania Games. Link will be down below if you want to check that out. Highly recommend it, man. A lot of these titles that Retrobit puts out, man, people miss out, and then they're like, man, are they going to put out more? No, it's an open pre-order. They produce just as many as are pre-ordered. That's it. It's not like a limited number, like, hey, we're only going to produce 500, 1,000, 2,000. No, they just produce how many ever are pre-ordered. So, yeah, it's $60. If you want to pre-order it, go for it. If you wait, it's kind of like, man, maybe some stores, like retro stores, a lot of them around me will buy copies to sell in store. So, but the secondary market, a lot of times, some of these Retrobit re-releases sell for ridiculous money. Jump on it if you can. So the next one, which is interesting as well, that I was like, is this a game too that is selling for a little bit of money, or is this a cheap game? I looked it up, and it's a little pricey too at times. Oh, RC Pro-Am 2, I did have to mention, it's a little close to being a wallet buster in the US, but it is crazy expensive in Europe. Holy crap. I guess it was even more rare in Europe, but yeah. So definitely pre-order that one if you're interested. But the next one is for Game Boy. Game Boy. This is one that they've already released for the NES and Super Nintendo, but Battletoads Double Dragon. And I've recently played this on Game Boy, and it's a fantastic port. I always loved these games that went to Game Boy and just felt really good. They weren't like crazy dumbed down or simplified or just crappy. This one was really good on the Game Boy. I really enjoyed playing it. This thing, same thing. Pre-orders are live now. Pre-orders close April 13th. If you're into Battletoads Double Dragon, this is a fun game. It's also one that's going to be in a hard, like, cartridge, like case, magnetic enclosure, numbered hardcover, packaging type thing with a, full color manual and whatnot. And a green cartridge. I think this is similar color to what they did for the other releases. But this is going to be $44.99 in the US. Same thing. You could pre-order through Castlemania Games. So that's really awesome. If you want to check these out, I love what Retrobit's been doing with all these releases. They also have, I thought this was interesting. They collaborated with Respawn Records to put out a vinyl record, totally rad NES soundtrack. If you're into that kind of stuff, you may want to check it out. I didn't know Retrobit was jumping into that stuff, but yeah, they got a vinyl record that's coming out. Pre-orders end March 22nd, and that vinyl record is $29.99. The totally rad original NES vinyl soundtrack. If you're into vinyl, guess why not, right? But yeah, just wanted to throw that one out there. It's kind of not relevant to the rest of this stuff, but video game. It's still video game related. It's just not a video game. It's a soundtrack on vinyl. People are into vinyl all of a sudden again. It's crazy. Are they going to bring back cassette tapes? I have seen some cassette tapes, but not like vinyl. Vinyl, you can go into Target and they sell vinyl. They don't sell cassette tapes. Cassette tapes are still very niche, like very, very. But vinyl, it's come back. I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, there you go. Pre-orders, links will be down below. Let me know what you guys think. Really do appreciate y'all checking this video out. Bye.